So this is Mr. H. He's the 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher. Why do you want to teach?
When I was growing up, I looked at people who I thought had like happy lives who were in my life, and I thought all my teachers seemed like they really enjoyed what they did. They were happy with their jobs, and so I thought that's something I could do. And then I realized I kind of really like working with kids. The more I tried it, the more I liked it, and so that's what I really wanted to go into teaching. And I still really like working with kids. I like seeing you guys every day. You have a lot of energy, which I think is really fun. And so that's kind of why I went into teaching.
Okay. What grades do you teach in? Like, what's your favorite?
I teach 7th and 8th grade social studies, and I used to teach 5th grade. And I liked 5th grade, but I really like working with both 7th and 8th graders. At the middle school, kids are more kind of outgoing and opinionated, and so they can kind of share their ideas better. I really enjoy working with both 7th and 8th graders.
Okay. What subjects do you teach?
I teach social studies, and within that though I teach the 7th grade project-based learning social studies, and then I teach just typical traditional social studies for 7th and 8th graders as well.
Okay. What's your favorite period?
I really like 8th period. It's my prep period. It's the end of the day, so I've taught all day long, and it's kind of nice to just relax. Sometimes I like to go into like other teachers' rooms and see what they're doing too, and that gives me an opportunity to do that. Like today, I stopped in Mr. Peden's room and saw what his kids were working on, and so I just like to see what others do as well as what I'm doing in my room.
Okay. How long have you been working here?
This is year number 6 for me. I taught 5th grade for 4 years, and then this is my 2nd year at the middle school.
Okay. What's your favorite projects you kids do?
I really like to see kids work together. So anytime I can get group work and people working together and talking about different ideas, I like that. I also really like debates. I think that we get to throw ideas out there for people, and they have to kind of defend their answer. I really think it's really fun to see what people have to say on that. I like to hear different ideas. I don't like assignments where people have to get the same right answer. I like where there's multiple options.
You like open-ended questions?
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite school lunch?
I have to say it's Mr. Rib. Mr. Rib's a very, very good one. I like the Crispitos, I like Mandarin chicken, but Mr. Rib is by far my favorite.
Mandarin chicken is my favorite. Tell us about your family.
So my family, I'm married. I have my wife Rachel. She is a preschool teacher in Ames, and then we have a dog, Casey. But then my family, extended family would be my parents. They live in Kelowna, which is by Iowa City, and I have a younger brother named Seth, and he is a student at the University of Iowa. He's going to be a physical therapist.
Kind of cool. Where'd you go to school when you were a kid?
I went to Mid Prairie, which is where my parents live now in Kelowna, and then in a town called Wellman as well. We were the Golden Hawks, but we had black and yellow colors like West Marshall, and we had about the same number of students as West Marshall. So it's really kind of cool to see, to be at a place like West Marshall that's a similar size and similar place.
What town do you live in?
I live in Ames now. My wife and I have a house on the north side of town in Ames, and so I get to travel 30 minutes every day, which is fine. It's good. I listen to a lot of books in the car and a lot of music in the car and stuff like that, so it's fun.
Books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad, he gets to drive it down to work every week.
That's a long drive.
Yeah, once a week though.
Yeah.
Have you worked anywhere else besides here?
When I was going through college, I worked at Casey's, and then when I was in high school, I worked concrete and helped pour concrete, and that's about it. But I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and West Marshall was the first school I started working in, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
Does the classroom environment affect the learning, do you think?
Well, different chairs and different desks and tables, it all changes the way, like, how you work together and how, like, you can come together as a group.
I didn't really like it.
Like, what was the seating arrangement again? Was it?
It was chairs.
It just chairs? Like
Yeah.
a U formation, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Is it hard to decide the new seating arrangement that you wanted?
Kind of. It really depends on what you liked, or you really have to keep in consideration everybody else and what they wanted. It was hard to choose sometimes.
So, like, you kind of had to, like, do what you wanted, but you wanted everybody else to be happy too?
Yeah, you can't keep yourself online all the time. You also have to have other people.
I mean, what other changes will you make to the classroom to make it more 21st century?
You could add like more fun chairs. You could have like certain chairs like
But would you do anything else besides, like, seating, maybe?
maybe different tables.
Different tables? What's the most fun part of the project so far?
We had to make a wish list of the chairs that we want in the classroom. That was pretty fun. So we got to choose chairs.
Why do you pick this to be a project?
I picked it because I thought that students could do better work if they could collaborate together, and having rows of straight desks in there doesn't let them work together very well. And so I thought that in the 21st century, that's what we're moving more towards, is people who hire for jobs want people who can work together, who can collaborate, and who know what it takes to get a job done, a task done. And I thought that this would better help us do that.
Okay, do you think we made the right choice picking it?
I really do. I think it's, I've seen kids be able to move around more already without too many different seats in there. And I think when we have more of a variety, they'll be more comfortable, and they'll be able to learn better, and work in groups better, like I talked about, and just work more comfortably with the tasks.